is voting on legislation in regards of different things, particularly about abortion centres, to protest outside abortion centres. Now, whatever you deem abortion to, if you agree or disagree, I suppose is the best way to describe it. You know, at the end of the day, it's the right of peaceful protesting too. First of all, they voted to not allow people basically within a certain few meters of kilometers, well, not kilometers, but a few meters of it. Of protesting where abortions are taking place. So obviously it's sad to see that happening. Because it'd be probably nearly the first restriction in a long time. Like it was passed by 117 and only 10 said Neil. The rural independence in name too. So it's a sad day for democracy when you see that happening. Obviously, I don't agree with abortion. I think we shouldn't have it unless it's extremely necessary. What do I mean by extremely necessary? If there's a medical emergency, that's the only situation I ever see it being allowed. That's the way I see it. Like say if there's a risk to the mother, they can happen in giving birth and things like that. And
only for that. The result of that vote is Thaw 85, Neil 55. So the amendment as proposed is agreed. Is the motion as amended now agreed to? Not agreed to Chuck there. Have the parish number this Thaw. And again Neil. It's no good in case straight to believe the best.
Vote all.
Vote all.
I will show it's kind of senseless what's in vain of them. They don't have the numbers to expel the Israeli ambassador. Obviously, being a neutral country, straight away you shouldn't really be doing that. To be totally honest with you, expelling ambassadors and stuff, you really shouldn't. Unless it's obviously they're spying for a country and stuff like that. That's understandable. But you can't just expel ambassadors and stuff like that. But we have to see with this legislation, the one I'm talking about, the one that I'm concerned about, is relation to abortion centres, hospitals and stuff like that. So basically they have safe. So within a few centimetres of an abortion clinic you cannot protest now. So it's a restriction on protests. Even though I will admit you can't just go up to people and demand them not to have an abortion and stuff like that if they're going into an abortion centre. But you have a right to kind of just stand there, even pray. Are you praying, as they say in England, you'd be arrested if you're praying outside of an abortion centre. You're praying in your head. That's a terrorist act. How dare you pray inside your head? Say a prayer outside an abortion centre in your head. Like, literally not even up to somebody and demanding them not to do it. Like, that's what they be arresting people here for, when they're praying outside in their head. Like, not even demand, hello everyone, only you're looking forward to tomorrow, I said. A big day for you tomorrow. Basically, it's going to be a big shit show. Basically, this legislation. Whenever we have to see what happens. It has to go to the presidency first. Obviously, it passes in the Iraqis to make it law. It needs to go to the president, so we see what happens. Getting good wear of the t-shirt. I am indeed. There's going to be another t-shirt soon, so this might be switched out for another one. Of the what? I haven't got a clue. I knew there was an exercise, a training exercise at the American embassy today, but I don't know. But I didn't hear about Ukrainian delegation having a conference here.
Regarding imposing sanctions on Israel, the question is that the motion is amended be agreed to, and on that question, a division has been challenged. Taylor Saw, Minister.
I know it's tomorrow, for a bit early.
Neil, Deputy Keane O'Callaghan, and Deputy Gary Gannon.
But yeah, we have to see what happens with the safe spaces, I suppose they call it, for abortions. Oh yeah, Micheál Martin's gone over. Yes, I know that. Is he gone over? No, sorry, he's gone over to Egypt. He's in the Middle East. Sorry, I'm talking about that. Sorry. Yeah, so you're looking forward to that tomorrow too. You know off it already. You have a birthday present and everything possible. Um, yeah, no, I know he's in the Middle East and stuff. But I don't know. We have to see what this we have to see what this legislation says and the safe area. Okay, we have to see what insulting me does and stuff. But it's obviously going to be some arrests and stuff like that, which since it's implemented and stuff. Because there is elderly people, and they're not doing any harm. Like they're not going up. Obviously, you shouldn't go up and just demand somebody not to do something and stuff like that, or you intimidate them or something like that. But if you're just there with a placard or something like that, it's you're not going to kill anybody. Let's put it that way. You're just there with a placard expressing your opinion. If you're silently praying or something, even if you're praying loudly, you know, it's not the biggest crime. Let's put it that way. There's bigger crimes going on in the country, and the guards have to go around after that. To be totally honest, like that's what's probably going to happen. So we see. No, but it's in now. Yeah, so you'll be big age tomorrow now. You'll be 102 tomorrow. Yeah, you're doing well for 102. I don't know. You like fucking the TDs and dollar, and half of them are nearly fucking going to be pensioners. Let's put that way. Oh yeah, another Fine Gael. I can't think of her name, but she's from the Midwest. She's an MP, member of the European Parliament, just to say. I think she's Fine Gael. She's not going to contest the next European elections either. So basically, she's jumping ship too. So everybody's jumping ship. Francis Fitzgerald jumped ship, and now she's jumping ship. So who next? And Dennis, Senator Dennis Norton, is the senator. He's been there for a long, long time. He's retiring in January. In China there one. Just to say, he's one of the people actually that responded to us for the Cavan dating. So in fairness, he did respond that time. He was nearly the only one that if he did respond. So in fairness, hats off to him for responding. So I might send best wishes, basically, when he retires. In dogs years, I'm just watching the House of the Oculus now in the background. I didn't even think it was going to go live. I went live there Monday. I didn't think it would be live tonight, but it was there. Yeah.
As amended is agreed to, and the Dáil stands adjourned until 10:30 a.m. 10:30 a.m.
What? Tonight? 10:30 a.m. tonight or when? They're not going to be there until 10:30, are they? Well, the fact that all of them are fucking off now to the pub. 60, that's tomorrow. The Dáil's adjourned to tomorrow. Right, that's good. In the morning. Jeez, that's well. They're all fucking home tonight after. I don't think it passed, but I think they're all fucking home. They're all just literally, you should have just seen them there, literally just left out of their seats as soon as the whole is adjourned. And like there's a protest outside the Dáil at the moment. They're probably literally going to go outside with their cars and literally fly out the street. So yeah, that's Dáil Evan for you. They're all home. They only have to do in about an hour today of work, and that'll be about it. They're going home, but they get nearly €4,000 a week. So, isn't it great? Oh, would you like to be a TD in the Dáil, sitting there doing fuck all the time? Would you like to be a TD in the Dáil? Oh, there's far too many TDs in the Dáil. Well, Enda Kenny's actually is in some big form or something like that. He's basically the same as our good friend Sana. Is in some kind of thing, so basically some kind of board member, and he's getting a big lump sum for doing basically nothing. Obviously, Sana's doing a lot more than Enda. I think he was actually born in the Congo. I'm not too sure. I know Enda Kenny, the former Taoiseach, yeah. People shouldn't be taxed So people shouldn't have to pay property tax, and the Kenny once said. I end homelessness. I end the housing crisis, he said. It went well, didn't it? Well, I think he was actually finding that out now, but I think he was born in the Congo, as far as I remember. I heard from before, like. How are they going to send them a letter now to ask him for that? But he's retiring too, so everybody's jumping ship. So who next to retire? Fucking everybody probably will retire. I would suppose he, like, literally, would you want to know what age he is? Just to say. Like, let's be fair, if I wanted to walk on in the morning, right, I wouldn't be allowed to if I was 66, right, you'd be told, fuck off, time to go, you know. Well, have a guess what age he is. Have a guess. What age is Dennis Norton? No, not Enda Kenny. Who gives a shit about Enda Kenny? What age is Dennis Norton? I know Enda Kenny be around that. He'd be 68 or something. I know he'd be around some. But what age is Dennis Norton, Jake? Yeah, well, everybody said 68. It's a bit higher than that. It's a bit higher. A bit more, not by much. Like, he probably shouldn't be. Dennis Norton is actually 79. He's nearly 80. He's nearly 80 years old. Just to say. He actually is there because he was born in 1944. That's literally a year before the Second World War ended in 1945. So he's basically... And he was born in the Congo, yeah. So that was obviously... Yeah, it was still be technically under Belgium. So it was technically about, it was born in the Belgium. Yeah, nearly is Joe Biden. Yeah, he's literally that age. But I suppose as a senator, you don't really have to do too much. As an Irish senator, so obviously Joe Biden's the leader of the free world. Has nuclear bombs basically. Yeah, so yeah, it would have been because the Congo didn't become really independent with the civil war happening in the Congo and stuff like that in the 60s and stuff. But Belgium kind of was still basically ownership of it. Obviously, even though they were occupied in the mainland in Belgium. But yeah, so he's 79. So basically, he's nearly 80. So I suppose it's about time we kind of retire. To be totally honest. Like it's a bit too much. I wouldn't. I said the oldest TD and stuff. You should, the way it should be. You should be only about 60 at most, 60 or 65, whatever retirement age is for the only Joe. You shouldn't be. Yeah, oh, Michael Higgins is old too. Like all the Irish politicians seem to be, they're just down to the retire, and they shouldn't really be down to the retire. Like they should be 66 or 65 and they're told time to go. Like they shouldn't be there. Some of them as long as they are. I don't mind Dave Noah so much, but there's a few of them just gathering dust. Oh yeah, they were very cool in the Congo back in the, I suppose in the first half of the 19. We suppose during the what they called King Leopold.
How's everybody tonight? I'm in Dublin City Centre on Molesworth Street in the
Would you like to be a TD in the door? We probably won't be that long tonight now. I thought it would go on for a while, the Fulton Doll Aaron. But all the wanted to just go home. So yeah, so it wasn't going to pass anyway. I see a lot of people just absolutely just going nuts on Twitter about expanding the Israeli ambassador. Now, obviously, Ireland shouldn't really be getting involved in anything in the Middle East. That's just to be totally honest with you. I don't mean to I don't mean to be saying, look, we shouldn't be getting involved in all that, but there's very little Ireland's going to do to solve anything. I might as well tell you it straight. It's a sad reality, but it's the truth. It's the United States that holds all the power here to stop anything. So, um, you know, also the UK Parliament just voted there against calling for a ceasefire in Gaza too. Just there a second ago. Oh, I know it's shocking, but I know it sounds inhumane and stuff like that. But really expelling the Israeli ambassador here, particularly again, I can't emphasize this enough that we are a neutral country. Can't just expel. Obviously, unless the woman that's the Israeli ambassador, unless she's committing sabotage or something like that, or spying on the Irish state, um, that's basically the only reason why we can expel somebody from the country. There's nothing that. There's nothing really that Ireland can do. Again, as I emphasize, we're a neutral country. Where did which go? What go? Just give me a second. Sorry, but that was just listening to some of that. I know, yeah, but obviously, as there's Irish citizens there, they should be got out. Simple as that. The government should make every necessary precaution to get the Irish citizens out of them. But they probably shouldn't be over in Israel anyway, or in Palestine in the first place. Particularly because, again, the conflict that's happening at the moment, it's been literally simmering for the last 70 years. It's after the Second World War, or even before that. So it's kind of just all coming to a head, as well. But as I say, expelling the Israeli ambassadors going to. I know but it's just simply that we are a neutral country. I can't emphasize that enough. It's not because I rather just Ireland keep out of the Middle East. It's nothing to do with. It's nothing to do with Ireland. We shouldn't be getting involved. It's the United States and NATO. It's up to them to deal with it. You know. I know it sounds harsh, but we can't be just getting involved in everything. Yeah, I know they got across the border today. to Egypt. Now Egypt's not the nicest country to women that. So anyway, we'll probably only stay for another 10 minutes. So again, I didn't plan to really go live tonight, to be totally honest. To be truthful with you. Oh yeah, well they know they'll probably be getting a flight from Egypt to Ireland, but it wouldn't be a nice place to stay. Everyone only's gone very quiet all of a sudden. He's planning something. He's probably just sending off his cards and stuff to his good Finnish friend. Wish. Literally America gets involved literally in everything. He didn't get it. Sean Mack could be in here saying that in a second. Yeah, like America's just kind of fit the fields with everything. You know, I don't really know what to say. Again, I don't really know. Yeah. You know. See, it's hard to know like what to say. Like I don't really know what to say about what happens in the Middle East, to be totally honest. Yeah, it's not mentioned. It was forgotten all about. Zelensky's very upset now at the moment, I hear too. He's looking for credit, so he can pay them back at a later date. Also, some finally good news for the naval service. So they're getting an allowance, basically. What I'm trying to say is they're getting a good bit more money. So they're going to get a bit more money, particularly for the Navy, when they're out on patrol. So they're going to double the money when they're out on patrol on the ships. So basically, say they were getting, I don't know, let's say, for example, €15 an hour, just to say they were getting €15 maybe, at €10 an hour, say 10. Now they'd be getting maybe €25 an hour, say if they were only getting €10, 15 an hour, they'd be getting an extra 15 an hour, or give or take, or a day or whatever. I don't really know how. I presume it's a day. Yeah, I presume it's a day. No, actually, no, it might not be. Actually, would it be? No, it probably would be an hour. Yeah, because yeah, it probably would be actually. Yeah, it'd be an hour. Because I don't think it'd be a day. They wouldn't just give you an extra €15 a day. No, because that wouldn't encourage, particularly with the shortcomings at the moment in the naval service. Yeah, I think that's the way. Yeah, that it's an extra few bob an hour. So basically doubling it. That take for example might be, I don't know exactly what the numbers are, but you know. So it's about time. So obviously, for sailors out on the ship, the more time they're on a ship, the more hours they're doing on the ship, they get basically double the pay they would get. So at least it's something good. But I don't know would it make any difference, to be totally honest. Like, so say they were getting €7, right? they'd be getting an extra, probably €7 extra, maybe, if they double it, like they're talking about doubling it. So they'd be probably getting 14, €15 an hour, yeah. Yeah, that would probably make sense, yeah. If it was something like that. I presume it's something, it's not like, I don't really know what it is an hour, to be totally honest. You know, but I presume it's somewhere between 7 and 15 or something like that. Yeah, they don't want to invade Iraq. Not Iraq, sorry, I mean Ukraine, sorry. I mean Iran. Because obviously Iran has weapons, you know, and has a big army and stuff like that, and they're kind of very prepared for that, so, you know, so they can't really go in and do anything. They have to kind of get justification for going in. Well, at least George Bush, if he came back now, he can say they do, because they do have a nuclear program in Iran. Like, they do have capabilities of making nuclear weapons. Like, it is true they have capabilities in Iran to make nuclear weapons. So at least he can say there's weapons of mass destruction. Because I don't know, do they have nuclear weapons? But they have the means to make it. Basically, let's put it that way. If they wanted to, or if they have them, they probably already have some. Anyway, I say we go in a few minutes time because I kind of just came on to talk about the votes and all out, and that was about it. Right, yes. And also David Cameron's back in the scene. Did anybody see that? He's back in the UK government. I know they're not too interested in playing any games. Let's put that way, man. So that's why, you know, they're not really gonna, you know, it's Washington's game side. But yeah, so David Cameron's back, just to say. So Danny Doyle's probably upset. Where is the threat? As I said before, he shouldn't probably be still. He probably shouldn't be there. Let's put it that way. Because he isn't an MP. He's a member of the House of Lords. I talked about him Monday. I don't think people were here, but he's a member of the House of Lords. Obviously, you're elected when you're automatically elected to the House of Lords when you're former Prime Minister and stuff like that. So he wasn't. Technically wasn't directly elected by you and I. Well, not me. You and I. We're not British citizens, but you know, Westford 2.0. You know, he wasn't elected by the British public. Let's put it that way. So you know, he probably shouldn't be there. You know, they probably should have an MP that actually was elected. But I digress, I suppose. And particularly because David Cameron kind of caused a big mess and then just fucked off. You know, like he kind of had the Brexit referendum and then that didn't go well. And he kind of just fucked off after that. And nobody ever heard of him again. He only turned up now. And I suppose it's better than Liz Truss. Imagine they brought Liz Truss back. Like Liz Truss would be just demented. And her back as Prime Minister. Well, not Prime Minister, but Lord Secretary. Well, I suppose she was Minister for Foreign Affairs for the United Kingdom. The Irish tea sock. Yeah, it doesn't. It seems just to be a clown fest. You know, it seems to be just like it's just constant clown music. Like the Irish government are clowns, but you know it's just bigger clowns. They just seem to bang their heads against the wall all the time. Because at this stage, they might as well fucking be revolving doors in every government office because they're getting rid of so many secretaries and replacing them with this and replacing them with that. And then new prime ministers and this, that, and the other, new shadow secretaries and stuff. Like it's just it's just in like a revolving door at this stage that there's no nobody knows who's in government or who's governing anything. You should get a big pension definitely for even just being 5 minutes as Prime Minister. You get a big pension, don't worry, she'll be well looked after. But here's the worst part of it. Somebody brought this up to me yesterday. Yeah, she would get a big pension. And even if she was there for a few weeks, she'd still get a big pension. And obviously being an MP, she'd get a big pension too. So she'd be well looked after, don't worry. Here's the worst part about this. Somebody just reminded me about it yesterday. So if something happened to Joe Biden, take for example, in the morning, if he died or something like that, the worst thing about that is guess who would take over after. And it's kind of very frightening, particularly with the world at the moment. Imagine, the one that's the vice president of America, who just kind of laughs at everything. But yeah, no, like even Sana, when she was Prime Minister, she's going to get a big enough pension. Like she could happily just not do anything for the rest of her life, if she really, really wanted to, because she kind of has, her money made, even though it's not that much. Like Sana only has about $1 million or so, like in assets and finance and stuff, which is nothing compared to Leo and them with 5 or 6 million in the bank, wherever they got, not billion, but million in the bank, or maybe a few more figures in a Swiss bank account somewhere. But yeah, Kamala Harris, yeah, like that'd be imagine that. Oh no, she's left politics, she's not going to come back, so she's kind of, she has her money made basically, and she can retire whenever she wants, basically. She get a big pension out of it, so it should be fine. No, I say she stay with the Tony Institute. Also, Tony Blair is a humanitarian now, I hear. He must have loaned a few things, I hear. So I hear. The UK appointed them as a humanitarian. So I don't know. So I hear. But so, But yeah, Kamala Harris, just think about this for a second and think about this tonight, and this will frighten you a bit. Imagine if something happened to Joe Biden now in the morning and Kamala Harris takes his place for the next year and a bit, right, into the next election next year, around this time next year, November. She'd be the commander-in-chief. Just think about that for a second. Especially because literally you ask her anything, she just laughs at it. Oh, I know, she love it, but I don't think the whole world would love it. Because, let's be fair, you ask her literally, Kamala, there's literally the whole world's about to go to war. She'd be like, that's what she'd be like. And she'd just laugh it off. Like, literally, there's nuclear bombs coming towards Washington, D.C. as we speak, to blow up New York and Washington. The whole eastern seaboard of the United States is going to be nuked. We're going to have 40-something billion casualties. Not 40-something billion, but 40-something million in 5 minutes if we don't react now. We have to launch our nuclear missiles. She'd be like, and that'll be it. And so basically, there'd be very indecisiveness. And she'd just be on about electric school buses, So that's literally all she'd be on about. Like, literally, that's the only thing I ever hear her talk about, electric school buses. And particularly because the Democratic Party are not too pleased with her. They're not that interested, and not really the American public care too much about it, be the answer. So just think about that for a second, if you have a second tonight. Think about that, how frightening that could be. Joe Biden. Wake up, Joe. Joe Biden. Joe Biden. Sleepy Joe. But anyway, I think we might leave it there for tonight. We're going to leave it there. Well, there's no shortage of I don't know what you would call them. Comedians, I suppose. So yeah, I think we're going to leave it there for tonight. There's nothing really else to discuss. I only came on top of that. Oh no, but no, I don't think they're actually going to scrap. They're talking about bringing in emergency legislation in the UK to allow it to pass. So if they bring in emergency legislation, they can technically overrule the Supreme Court. So that's what Richie Sunak, I think, is going to do. Like, he's going to bring in emergency legislation. We see if that works out, but that's what he seems like he wants to do. Because especially because they spent something like £119 million already on it, just without even letting anybody go to Rwanda. You know, they spent that much on it. You know, so we kind of have to do something. I'm very happy with early bet anyway. So we see what happens. It's kind of 50-50, but the Supreme Court obviously said it's unconstitutional. Well, not really that's unconstitutional, it's illegal, kind of. That's what the way they phrase it, not unconstitutional. But, yeah, well, they kind of have to look at it. But anyway, here we're going to leave it there for tonight. Thank you for watching, everybody. Enjoy your birthday tomorrow, Noni. And I'll talk to you then.